Hello everyone, in this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. I am recording this video in the morning. We stayed awake all night and the scenes we witnessed were extremely distressing. One of the darkest days in the history of Pakistan. Another terrible day among the bad days of Pakistan's history. In Muridka, a bloodbath was played out. Unarmed workers of Tehreek-e-Labbaik were shot at, shelled and tortured. Many were injured and many became martyrs. You may disagree with Tehreek-e-Labbaik, their policies or their viewpoints. Many people say that they are extremists. Maybe my views are also against them, but today, I will not talk about that. However, one thing is clear. Opposing one form of extremism by supporting another form of extremism is never justified. The law, the constitution, the state, and state institutions are present in the country. There is a whole structure in place. This should not have happened. It is truly unfortunate. There are some facts I know, and I will share them with you. But the latest news is this. There was a horrific crackdown all night, especially during Fajr prayers. The leadership and workers of Tehreek-e-Labbaik were attacked. They were not only shot at, but were also subjected to the worst shelling. The container where their leadership was staying was set on fire. I have seen countless scenes where people are lying on the streets, and others are trying to save their lives. So far, I have personally watched videos of dozens of people who have been shot. Some are being carried away. Others are being dragged. Some are trying to save themselves. Some are lying in their homes. Others are in vehicles. And no one understands what is going on. The oppression is overwhelming, and they are surrounded from all sides. The IG Punjab was present at the scene. According to some reports, a few ministers and Mohsin Naqvi also went there. It was a bloodbath. According to the information we've received so far, Tehreek-e-Labbaik's people are saying that Hafiz Saad Rizvi, the leader of the movement, was shot. Some people are saying he was shot in the shoulder, while others are saying he was hit by 3 bullets. But one thing is confirmed. He fell unconscious in his container and was taken away by security forces. His brother, Anas Rizvi, is also reported to be critically injured. Some leaders and workers of Tehreek-e-Labbaik have also reportedly been martyred. There were bodies and injured people everywhere. The situation on the ground was very strange, and since I am not reporting firsthand, it is difficult to provide a detailed account. Journalists were not present there, and the shooting was taking place. Now, Tehreek-e-Labbaik is claiming that for the last 24 hours, their bodies are being taken away by ambulances, and they are being disappeared. They claim their dead are being hidden, and their injured are being taken away. According to their reports, many people were crushed under armored vehicles. These are, honestly, terrifying scenes. After November 26th, we've seen similar scenes in Pakistan, scenes of great pain that continue to unfold. Both leaders of the movement have been arrested. Security forces have taken them away, and the news is that both are injured. I also want to tell you that for more than 24 hours, Saad Rizvi repeatedly asked for negotiations. He said, "Send a team, let's negotiate." He even offered to delay their march for a month and a half if the state gave them a chance for talks. They promised to return later and hold a one-day program without staging a protest. They were willing to step back and wanted to end the protest through negotiations. However, the leadership of Tehreek-e-Labbaik sent me messages, which I still have on my phone. They said, "We are being pushed forward, and we are not being allowed to retreat. We were pushed out of Lahore and brought here, and now we are surrounded." They felt they were being trapped and feared a large operation was going to take place against them. I also spoke to sources within the establishment, and one of them confirmed to me, Imran Sahib, the decision has been made at the highest level that they will be eliminated. They will be taken out of the way. Tehreek-e-Labbaik will be crushed once and for all. This decision has been taken at some level because Shahbaz Sharif is also expected to meet Donald Trump, and they need to show how intense the opposition is in Pakistan. Some people, like Arshad Bhatti, and some of my journalist friends, are asking why this is happening. They are saying, if the Palestinians and Arabs agreed, why are we still protesting? If there is peace, why are they protesting? But let me tell you, protests are happening in many parts of the world after this peace deal. 200,000 people protested in Britain after the deal, And there are ongoing protests in South Africa. In many European countries, people are protesting against Israeli policies and standing in solidarity with the Palestinians. But in none of these countries have such atrocities occurred as they did in Pakistan. The question that intellectuals and wise people in Pakistan should ask is, if these people are peacefully protesting for just one day, and the state has given them permission, why then were they attacked at their homes, pushed out, and then forced to march? Now Tehreek-e-Labbaik is claiming that they were attacked, and many of their people were martyred. I have seen such scenes of pain before in Dichok, where bodies were falling and sniper bullets were being fired. The state committed a massacre after threatening them. Many were wounded and taken to hospitals. People were crying and screaming. I have seen Saad Rizvi pleading with the police and rangers in the final moments. He was begging them, "For the sake of Allah, for the sake of the Prophet, for the sake of your mothers, go back, send someone to talk to us. Let us talk." But it seemed the state had decided to crush them entirely. My regret is that these people were used by the state. They were created by the state, and now they have been destroyed. Innocent, unarmed young people have been killed. Some were the only breadwinners in their families. Some were sons taking care of their families, and others were fathers supporting their children. The massacre that happened, and the numbers reported by Tehreek-e-Labbaik, are horrifying. I don't even want to repeat those numbers. According to the leadership of Tehreek-e-Labbaik, Saad Rizvi, before he was taken away or became unconscious, had also mentioned that the homes of their workers and leaders were being demolished. He said 9 homes had been destroyed. Protests are happening all over the world, even after Donald Trump's peace deal. So what's the issue if Pakistanis protest as well? Jamaat-e-Islami held a protest in Peshawar recently after the peace deal, and nothing happened to them. Tehreek-e-Labbaik feels that this is all part of a plan by the state to eliminate them. Unfortunately, when someone from Pakistan faces oppression, others celebrate. Let me say again, I have deep disagreements with Tehreek-e-Labbaik on many issues, but I can never support shooting at innocent people. The state has its principles, and you can't just shoot people and attack them. The sanctity of people's homes and privacy must be respected. If this happens to someone today, it will happen to you tomorrow. I've said before, it's the turn of everyone, one by one. Yesterday, it happened to others. Then it happened to Tehreek-e-Saf. It was horrible, and it lasted for over 3 years. The kind of brutality Tehreek-e-Saf faced, no one has seen in history. Now what happened with Tehreek-e-Labbaik is part of that same cycle. Tomorrow, it could happen to others. Fazlur Rahman, the ALP, or even Jamaat-e-Islami. You can't always be on the good side of the establishment. It could happen to PPP, PMLN, or anyone else. It's time to stop this path. We must respect the law in Pakistan. Things should be done according to the law. The rule of law should prevail in this country. From this perspective, there are differences. There should be room for differing opinions. This violence should end. Yes, if anyone takes the law into their own hands, if anyone challenges the state, if anyone challenges the writ of the government, that should also be wrong. I saw that in several places, workers of a certain party were beating the police severely. They injured the police officers and beat them up. This was also an improper attitude. This was also wrong, and it should not have happened. But these people were not firing shots. And it was the police that fired upon them, which resulted in many people being killed, martyrs. The social media of Pakistan, Tehreek-e-Insaf, raised its voice against the oppression faced by Tehreek-e-Labbaik. Now, I don't want to say anything right now, but in the past, something like this did not happen when Tehreek-e-Insaf was on the streets. At least, what happened with Imran Khan in jail and what Tehreek-e-Insaf suffered in Pakistan has created a force that now raises its voice against every kind of oppression and coercion. This is a good thing. Others should learn from this and raise their voice against every injustice and oppression. Ladies and gentlemen, the situation in Afghanistan is also tragic, but it looks much smaller in comparison to the situation of Tehreek-e-Labbaik. This is a major incident. It can be seen as a significant event, something we witnessed in Muridka. It is regrettable and condemnable. Pakistan and Afghanistan's situation is grim. Recently, Trump also made a statement where he said, "I am the master of ceasefires, and I will arrange one." He mentioned that he was busy somewhere else, but once he's free, he would go to Egypt. Now, The peace treaty he had worked on will be celebrated by Donald Trump. And for the first time, Pakistan issued a statement regarding Afghanistan, following the skirmishes that occurred at the border. Both countries have their claims regarding the situation. Pakistan has said that Afghanistan caused a lot of damage, and reports suggest that Pakistani soldiers were seen inside Afghanistan's borders, raising Pakistan's flag in some places. These visuals were shown, though they were few. On the other hand, the Afghan Taliban government also has its own claims. But one thing we must remember is that we had very poor relations with those who were fighting against the Afghan Taliban. When the Afghan Taliban were not in power, and the Ashraf Ghani and Karzai governments were in power, we had taken an opposing stance against them in favor of the Taliban. And now, when the Taliban government has arrived, we have changed our stance and aligned with them. This shows that we have always been in opposition to whatever government is in Afghanistan. I am not saying that Pakistan should be with the Taliban. Pakistan should stand with democracy, respecting the people's mandate. Whether it's Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, or any country in the world, the respect for democracy should be paramount. But my question is, what is the policy of Pakistani generals? They always stand with the opposition in Afghanistan. Now, for the first time, Pakistan has used terms like Taliban regime and terrorist factions in the same context. Pakistan has used the term Taliban regime for the first time. It was also stated that we hope that one day the people of Afghanistan will be free, and a true representative government will rule over them. Previously, we called the Afghan governments, under Karzai and Ashraf Ghani, puppet governments. So, a real government has still not come to Afghanistan. Can elections happen there? Can Pakistan create such conditions in Afghanistan? Right now, we need to focus on stabilizing our own country. Who is in power in Afghanistan? What are they doing? What are they selling? Let them do what they want, but don't interfere in our internal affairs. Let's settle our matters. Whether it's the Taliban or someone else in power there, they must come to an agreement with us. The situation should be such that our land is not used against Afghanistan, and Afghanistan's land is not used against us. We should work together to solve the issues of terrorism, like TTP, and help each other. We need peace within Pakistan more than trying to change regimes in other countries. In my opinion, this will cause more problems for Pakistan. We have seen such reactions in Pakistan when similar things have happened in the past. Now, regarding the signatures of Gandapur, Governor Faisal Kundi of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa started making strange moves. Gandapur submitted a resignation on the 8th, and another on the 11th. The first one was supposedly not received, so another one was sent. Now he says both were received, but the signatures are different, but they don't look different to me. I have a friend who is an expert in signatures, and he immediately recognized them. He said these signatures are identical. There's no difference. The difference is only in the mind of the governor, which has been influenced by the establishment. It is unfortunate that I have to say this, and the governor is helpless. This is the reality of the Pakistan People's Party, or PPP. Whenever PPP talks about democracy, remind them that the most journalists were killed in Sindh under PPP's rule. When PPP talks about democracy, remind them that Bilawal said democracy with a stick and brute majority. This should be constantly reminded to Bilawal. When PPP talks about democracy, remind them that they imposed governor's rule in Punjab, and unconstitutional executions were carried out by their governor in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Tehreek-e-Insaf is determined that they will appoint Afridi as the chief minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, come what may. The constitution says that once a resignation reaches the governor, it's final. The governor can make excuses, but the chief ministership is not something the governor can decide like a headmaster. There's no place for the governor in the selection of a new chief minister. The speaker has already received the papers, and the PPP's representatives have also done their part. Today, Tehreek-e-Insaf plans to appoint its chief minister in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There are two ways to do this. Either they will have voting, collect 92 votes, and if 2 or 3 more join, then fine. Or they will collect votes and appoint their chief minister. If Sohail Afridi becomes chief minister and the governor refuses to take the oath from him, then the governor will be violating the constitution and an article might be invoked in the future. However, there's another way where social media of Tehreek-e-Insaf is calling for action against Ali Amin. But this might not work well because Gandapur is a close ally of Imran Khan. Imran Khan removed him, but didn't distrust him entirely. He simply brought in someone better for the position. If there was total distrust, they would have removed him entirely. In any case, Tehreek-e-Insaf might go for a vote of no confidence, and within half an hour, Sohail Afridi could be appointed as chief minister. Tehreek-e-Insaf has urged its workers to reach the assembly and be a part of the proceedings to prevent any unconstitutional or illegal acts. This is what Tehreek-e-Insaf is planning right now. We will see what happens in the next few hours. After 10 p.m. today, there will be major developments. Next week, I will update you on the remaining developments. But what happened in Muridka is highly unfortunate. My heart aches seeing innocent Pakistanis being shot at by security forces once again. It's unfortunate because no one has the right to take the law into their own hands, and there's a standard operating procedure, or SOP, for shooting. You don't shoot unless someone shoots at you first. But in these incidents, we saw bullets being fired from a distance, and before that, we saw snipers firing from high places. I know some facts that I won't share right now, as it's not the right time. But the people of Tehreek-e-Insaf were trapped, and this entire incident was planned and executed deliberately. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share, and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.